Hi, and welcome to Geography at Newcastle. My name's Gareth Powells, and I'm going to try in about 15 minutes to tell you a bit about our geography community and department and to give you the detail that you need to understand the degrees that we offer. For us at Newcastle, geography is the world discipline. It connects the international with the local, the natural with the human, and it appeals to those who want to make a difference, who want to engage, explore and understand the world. That's our mission statement for geography. It's what we try to do in our own teaching and research practice. And if this is you, if this sounds like how you think about geography and how you see your place in the world, then you're the kind of geographer that we want to work with. In the next 10 or 15 minutes, I'll just try to say a little bit more about that. And to give you a sense of what we are as a community of geographers. So we're a top 10 UK geography department, ranked as such by the REF 2014, the most recent official ranking of British geography departments in terms of their research excellence. We came out the top 10 for that, and we're currently celebrating, or very recently celebrated, our 90th anniversary as a geography department. So we've been doing this for a long time, and the depth and breadth of our community and our teaching and research reflects that. We're one of the few leading research-intensive geography departments to also be awarded the TEF Gold Standard for the quality of our teaching, which we're really proud of. Geography at Newcastle has a really strong standing within our university, and that has meant that the university's invested very significantly in the geography department in recent years. We've grown in number. We're recruiting more and more new members of academic staff to grow the breadth and depth of our research and teaching. So we're recruiting at professorial level, but also recruiting at early career level to make sure that we get the most exciting and interesting geographers to come and work with us. But we've also very recently made serious investments in our buildings and estates and facilities. So the home of geography at Newcastle is the recently entirely refurbished Henry Daish building. So inside and out, the geography building has had new teaching spaces, new office spaces, new kitchen spaces, and new study spaces for us all. So there's space for staff and students to interact, for students to book study spaces, group workspaces, to make a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. And it's made a huge difference to the sense of community that we've got at Newcastle. So that's the major piece of infrastructural investment for us. But just over the road, we've also just opened our entirely new geosciences laboratories. So that's the home of interdisciplinary geosciences at Newcastle. That includes the physical geography and a broader set of geosciences like civil engineering and others. And together that provides a fantastic and very new and modern home for geography, human and physical geography at Newcastle. Something else I'd mention at the start is the flexibility, the academic flexibility of our degrees. So our BA Geography and our BSc Geography degrees begin with this common foundation in that everybody will have already had a very strong outcome in their A-level geography, and that's not true of all geography departments. All our students come with a really good performance at A-level geography. You then have a first year, which is a foundational first year. Most of what you do at first year will be compulsory modules so that you all have what you need to then do well in second and third year. But then in second and third year, there's a great deal of flexibility. And an important part of that is that you can choose to do either human or physical geography or both at second and third year. So even if you join as a BA geographer, you will be asked to take it in that first year, you'll have to do a little bit of physical geography, and thereafter just do human geography if you want to. You can do both. Or if you've liked that little bit of physical geography and want to do more, you can take a physical geography pathway and vice versa. If you arrive as a BSc geography student, you'll do a little bit of human geography for certain in that foundational first year. It's the same foundational first year as our BA geographers would take. There was a little bit of choice in the first year, but beyond that foundation, you can then choose to go in any direction that you want to. And that can mean that you continue only with physical geography, you do both, or you can actually then become a human geographer if that's what you've enjoyed most at first year. And as a result of that, you can graduate with either the BA or the BSc geography degree It's a really simple form that we fill out so that you graduate with a degree that best reflects what you've studied with us. The last point I want to make at the start is just to impress upon you the degree to which we have a really strong and meaningful engagement with the Royal Geographic Society as the home of geography as a discipline in the UK. Our two geography BA and BSc degrees are RGS accredited degrees. We've got an excellent track record of securing RGS funding for undergraduate expeditions and dissertations, way stronger than any other geography department in the country at doing that. And lastly, really exciting news is that in 2022, which will be in the middle of your time with us as a geographer, we're going to be hosting here in Newcastle the annual RGS conference. So this is a big international kind of festival of geography that will be happening in Newcastle in our department in 2022. So you'll get to take part in all of that while you're with us. In terms of you becoming a Newcastle geographer, there's a strong sense of community at Newcastle. You'll be joining a very large, thriving geography community of over 600 staff and students. To make sure that that doesn't become too intimidating a prospect, there's a really intensive induction process where you'll meet your university family, so an academic tutor who becomes your pastoral support throughout, kind of like your academic GP, somebody that you can go to for confidential support, somebody who you'll have checkups with, and like a GP, they'll handle most things drawing on their experience, but then can refer you into all the support services around campus if that's what's needed. You'll also meet your tutorial group of sort of academic siblings who'll stay with you throughout your degree. And you'll also meet your student mentor, who in that kind of family tree is like an academic cousin who's 1 or 2 years ahead of you, and somebody you can talk to about finding accommodation, finding the right societies to join, navigating all the challenges that you might be facing as a first year undergrad. And you can also join the Geography Society, which is one of the biggest academic societies on campus. And the JogSoc runs the sports teams. They run an annual student field trip. Recently, they've gone to places like Amsterdam and Copenhagen and Berlin. And they also run the geography balls. I think there are 2 geography balls every year. So in terms of the degrees that we offer in the geography department here, we offer 3 of them. There's the BA geography degree, the BSc geography degree. They're really the same degree. It's a very flexible geography program. You can join as a BA or a BSc student. And then we also run a more focused physical geography degree, BSc physical geography, which includes no human geography at all. And if you're the kind of student who can't wait to finish their human geography and be able to focus only on physical geography and get a more scientifically focused degree, then that's the geography degree for you. There are also a number of other sort of geography related degrees at Newcastle, like geography and planning, or you can do geography as a combined honours student and mix it with another discipline or 2, and you can do a geosciences focused degree, and you can find out about those if you click the link for geography and beyond. The schematic of our degrees is that every year you will do 6 modules. They're each worth 20 credits, so you get 120 credits a year, and over 3 years you get the 360 credits that you need to graduate. In your first year, mostly that's compulsory studies. There are some options, but it's mostly a foundational first year of taught content. And then as you move into second and third year, you get more and more flexibility in terms of the modules and subject matter you're engaging with. You might choose to focus on some sub-disciplines and not on others. By the time you get to third year, you're working very independently. You've chosen all of your modules other than the compulsory dissertation, but you'll have designed that entirely yourself. So by the third year, you've tailored your degree exactly the way you want it to be. That's true of all of those 3 degrees that I've told you about. Geography BA, Geography BSc, as you can see on the slides there, it's the same structure. And the physical geography BSc is the same. The slight difference for that degree is that there's no human geography. You have a foundational first year, which is all compulsory. And then the flexibility you have is within physical geography and the broader geosciences, rather than across human and physical geography. And I'll just point out what's on the slide there is that you can, if you want to, take a 1-year work placement between second and third year. That would make it a 4-year degree program. And you can, if you want to, choose to study abroad for 1 semester. So that's half of second year or half of third year you can spend abroad. If you do that, you'll still graduate within 3 years. Very briefly, I'm going to just sketch out the human and physical geography that we focus on. In human geography, we have research clusters and areas of specialism around political geography, social geography, and economic geography. That's how we are structured as a group of human geographers, and that maps directly onto the second year pathway modules that we offer. There is this further sort of pathway, which is really a connective pathway around development, sustainability, and kind of global challenges. All of our human geographers will take a field course module. Recently, we've gone to places like those you can see on the slides from New York, Hong Kong, Borneo, Berlin, Barcelona, Copenhagen. They change very slightly every year, but there will be an element of fieldwork in your degree for sure. And then those second year pathways that are tied closely to the research clusters and the research activity of the department then lead into a range of third year modules which are more focused and where you'll be working with members of staff on their areas of interest and specialism. The same structure applies to physical geography. We have 3 areas of research excellence. One is looking at cold regions, which is the poles and the glaciers. One which is looking at water and its effect on the landscape. There we're looking at flooding, but also at things like delta economies and delta communities. And then lastly, past environment and really environmental change over time. How can we learn about the future or make better assumptions about the future by better understanding previous environments and how they've changed? So there's a similar set of pathways that if you want to do global environmental change, you take that second year module, and then that might lead on to a range of related third year modules. If you've studied with and want to focus on sort of cold places, geography of cold places, then you might study second year glacial environments and then take third year polar environments. And then if you're working with and want to specialize in water and the landscape, you might take second year river catchment dynamics and then third year applied fluvial geomorphology. There's a range of other physical geography modules that you can blend in with those, and you can also take other geoscience modules in other departments, things like civil engineering and geosciences and archaeology. Like our human geographers, the physical geographers all take field courses. Recently we've gone to places like those on the slides, so Morocco, Iceland, New Zealand and Ireland. Like the human geographers, it's a compulsory element of our degree that all our students do fieldwork and develop research skills through that. We also really encourage our students to be ambitious with their dissertations. Lots of our students will travel internationally for dissertation research and do their work all over the world, really. As I said at the start, we've been really successful either funding that internally through the university's Expeditions Fund or having the RGS fund our students' work. That's something that a group of students will work with staff on. We'll develop an application, and as I said, we've had some really good success stories recently with students going to places like Siberia, Cyprus and Greenland. In terms of our career development and what we do in supporting students getting ready for the next transition out of the degree and into postgraduate life, we have a dedicated member of academic staff who is the enterprise and employment lead, and we have a dedicated careers officer for our school. They're based in the career centre, and as a pairing, they provide a really broad range of support for our undergrads. We regularly have geography-focused employers come into the department to do half-day sessions or give a talk about their experience in graduating from a geography degree going into professional life, the kinds of graduates they want to recruit, really useful stories about which graduates they chose and why. This is fantastic insight into the selection process. We have an annual geography-focused careers week, so the timetable gets cleared and our geographers do a week of career-focused activity, and it's timed just at the right time in the cycle for them to be able to use that careers week to stimulate a lot of thinking and then action for securing internships and getting into the graduate recruitment cycle at the right time in the year. And then all throughout the year, every year, you can walk into the careers service and either use their drop-in service to speak to a careers consultant or sign up to their training courses. And if you really want to, you can also choose to take a 20 credit career development for geographers module, which our second and third year students can do, building in sort of professional skills and career readiness into your degree. The result of that is that our students tend to do very well in the graduate job market. All departments, all disciplines in every university should be able to give you their stats, but our destination stats, so that they're called the destination of leavers from higher education, is a nationally standardized set of statistics about how graduates fare in the workplace. And this is our most recent set of stats from our most recent set of graduates. So last year's graduates from the BA Geography degree, 97% of them were in employment within 6 months, and 83% were in managerial professional roles, or they were in higher study, so they'd gone on to do a postgrad course. For the BSc Geography degree, 100% were in work or further education, and of that 100%, 90% were either in a professional or managerial role or were in a postgrad program. So it's a really positive set of outcomes for our most recent graduates, and that reflects a very long track record of successful outcomes for our students. And then lastly, the Physical Geography degree is a much smaller program. There are far fewer students on that degree. So it makes less sense to talk in percentage terms, but 14 of the 15 who graduated last year were in work or further study within 6 months, and actually they had the highest average salaries. Their average salary was over £24,000 6 months from graduation. If you want to hear more about our degrees, the student experience, about human or physical geography curriculum, please do get in touch with us right now in the booth. We've got human and physical geography members of staff here to answer questions, and we've also got current students can offer you their perspective rather than having to take it from us. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you've got any further questions, get in touch with me at geographyadmissions@newcastle.ac.uk or in the chat booth just now. Thanks for watching. Bye.